This is the modification of the pizza program, and we are going to add two functions and maybe a third one. That one is going to get the price of an individual pizza, and then we're going to get the cost of all of the pizzas, or we'll call it the order total. So we are working on the get price. So what we want is what is the price of a size, and remember to add the space. And we will return the price. Then what we're going to do is just a simple cin price and return the price. So that's everything in this function. Remember, I am not putting in comments to make it less time on the video. You would put in here the purpose of this function is to blah, 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 and explain all that stuff. So we have a getCost, which we're not using. We have a getPrice, which we're about to use. So we have a price small. So let's work with price small right now. How many small, how many large? So cin small. So let's, at this point, is we want to price small equals get price, and then we will just type in small. I'm using capital letters, lowercase letters, so we don't mess with it. So let's go and see what happens. We'll do cout price is price small, wherever that is. All right, so let's see what happens. If it hasn't crashed yet, that's a good sign. All right, so now it says how many small, so we're getting 4. What is the price of a small pizza? 9.99, and boom, price. All right, so that works out good. So the rest of the program is actually exactly the same. Price large in here. So what we can do is write a cost of getCost, and we don't need to put anything in here right now. We actually do have to put something in here. Now I told you an untrue story. We need to pass how many, and we need to pass the price. So let's go down and create this function. Love that little screwdriver. And this looks good, this looks good. And we'll create we'll just call it total cost. And yes, I know we're doing double work, but for now, just humor me and initialize it and then calculate it. And the reason being is one day you'll have something where it'll come back and bite you by not doing it. So if you get in the habit of doing it, believe me, the compiler is not going to complain that you took an extra billionth of a second of processing time. So the total cost equals, so we need to fill this in here. We'll call this quantity, and we'll call this cost. So the total cost happens to be the quantity times the cost. And if I was able to spell, I might actually be a good programmer. So this takes care of this. Now, what are we going to return in this function? Going once, going twice.
Total cost.
Exactly, we're going to return the total cost. Perfect. Now notice, only total cost shows up here because nothing else is visible in this function. So this looks good. We'll close this. Then let's see, what is this? So what we need to do is we have price small. And so now we need to add functions here. Cost. So we're going to do price and then cost. And one of these is do them all. You can always undo it if you have to. So now we have the cost all. So let's see, price is. So now we're going to do cost small equals get cost, and we need to pass the num small, which I think was the quantity, and we need to pass the price small. And let's just do see out total cost for the small pizzas is cost small. Probably not the greatest variable name in the world, description wise, but it'll do for right now. Let me get rid of this box over here and let's see what happens. So we'll do 5 and 9.99. So it should be $49.95 if my math is correct. And 49. So that is all you have to do. Everything else is going to be the same in here. So we have cost lines. So you're going to do exactly the same thing in here, only you're going to do this for medium. You're going to do it for the each every one. So total sold here, we don't really need to worry about that. Actually, we can do it here, and then we can do a total cost. So we have total sold. So let's do a total cost. And the total cost is going to be just the sum of each one of those costs. Now, right now, they're going to be 0. Except for small. So medium plus cost large plus, cost family. So that takes care of that. Then, so they get a $2 discount for a large pizza and a $1 coupon for the purchase of a small. But for right now, let's not mess with that. So let's go and finish this up real quick. So we have how many medium, how many small, boom, 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 boom. Okay. Now, what you would probably do here is we would create another function to get the quantity of it. And the reason being is, look how much our main is growing in here. So the whole concept of functions is to do things where there's this little bit of all. So then you would create you can do a total cost, total sold here, and a total here, or you can do a total sold equals a cost. So do you want to go through all of that, or do you want to just, I'll post this code and let you finish it for yourself? Which would you prefer to do? Because we do need to go into arrays tonight. Let me pause the video real quick.